Hello, welcome to our second tutorial, and this tutorial will be the continuation of our decimal points. Please kindly subscribe to the channel. We have a lot to offer. All right, so let's look at our solution for the question in the previous video. Now we were supposed to correct 483.271 to 2 decimal place. Yeah, we were to convert it to 2 decimal places. So I remember I said in a previous video that when we talk about the decimal places, we are talking about the numbers that are before the the numbers that comes after the point. The numbers that comes after the point. And the numbers that comes after the point, we have 2, 7, and 1. The underlined one. Yeah. 2, 7, and 1. They are the ones that comes after the decimal point. So if we are to convert or correct this full number to 2dp, what we have to do is our concentration should be on the 271. That is the number after the point. So you write your 4. Okay, let me clean these ones. All right, so you write your 483, then you bring your point. Now after you bring your point, let's count. Now there are 3 numbers after the point. So how can we make it become 2? That means we have to consider the first 2 numbers after the point. The first 2 numbers after the point. And when we take that, the first 2 numbers after the point, we have the 2 and the 7. We have the 2 and the 7. Okay. Now ask yourself, we have the 2 to be the first decimal place, and the second decimal place we have 7 there. So the 1 was the third, but now we want it in the second or 2 decimal places. So now that we've taken our 2 and 7, which number is at the second? The number which is at the second. Now ask yourself, which number is at the second? All right, so we have this one to be at the second decimal position. So we will focus on that. So now let's write our 2. Our 2 is there already. Our focus will be on the second one now, because we are converting to 2 decimal place. Now look at the number at the back of the 7. Look at it. That one also counts. Ask yourself, is it 5 and above? If the number at the back is 5 and above, then you take 1 from it and add it to the 7. But if it is 4 and below, then you will just leave it like that, so that you get your 2 decimal numbers. So because it is 4 and below, you will leave it. But if here was 5, where the 1 is, if it was 5, the answer would have been 8 here. It would have been 2. For the decimal part, it would have been 278. Sorry, it would have been 28. Yes, because we took 1 from this part and we added to the 7, so we had 28. So because the 1 is less than 5, we didn't take anything. So you have to ignore this one, throw it away, so that you maintain your 7. So this is the answer for the previous video. Please, I hope it's clear. Okay, let's consider another one. Now let's take 7 5.9 5 8. Let's convert it to 2dp. Yes, 2dp. So as I said earlier, when we talk about the decimal places, we are looking, or our focus should be on the numbers that are below, that comes after, the numbers that comes after the point. And the numbers that comes after the points, we have the 9, we have 5, and we have 8. They are the numbers that comes after the point. So what you do is, our answer will be 7.5. Just write your 7.5. Bring your point, because our focus is on the decimal part. So we are converting to 2dp. Which number is in the first decimal position? This one is in the first, this one is in the second, and this one is in the third. Sorry. All right. So let's write our 9, because our focus will now be on the 5, which is this one. That is the number which is in the second decimal position. Okay, so let's write our 9. All right. Now after you write, 5 is in the second decimal position, but the numbers at the back of the point, they are 3. The underlined numbers, the one I've underlined with the green line, they are 3 numbers, but we want it to be 2. So what should we do? Let's check the number at the third decimal place, which is 8. You see, I remember I told you, if it is 5 or more, the number at the back, if it is 5 or more, you take 1 from it and you add to the second decimal position. Yes. And if it is 4 and below, what you do is you just throw it away and maintain the other numbers. So for this one, our answer will be 9, 6. That is it. 9, 6. So the total answer will be 75.96. 75.96. I hope it's clear. It is very simple and it's easy to understand. Just trust the process. As I told you earlier, we will break it down to the simplest form for you to understand. So please, this is decimal place, how to solve decimal place. Okay, let's move on to another question. Let's take 0.157 is another thing you also have to understand. Let's convert it to 4 decimal places. 4dp. Now ask yourself, how many numbers are after the point? How many numbers do you see after the point? You can see that there are 3 numbers, but we are to correct it to 4 decimal places. So how are you going to do that? This one is the first, this one is the second dp, and this one is the third dp. Now write your whole number part, which is 0. Bring your point. Then after you bring your point, your focus is on the 4th one. And the 4th one is not there. So what do? Just add 0 to it to get your 4 decimal place. So when you say correct something to 4 decimal places. Basically, we want 4 numbers after the point. We want 4 numbers to be after the points. If it is 3dp, we want 3 numbers to be after the points. If it is 10dp, we want 10 numbers to be after the points. So this one, our solution will be 0.157, then you add 0 to get your 4 decimal places. So you can see that now we have 4 numbers after the point. God bless you. Stay tuned and wait for your questions. Thank you.